Infrared. We can't see it, but we can feel it as heat. Infrared is everywhere. Every object around us radiates heat. The most obvious ones are radiators or a hot coffee cup, but also ice cubes emit heat. In order to make infrared radiation visible to the human eye, you need an infrared camera. FLIR Systems is the world leader in the development and production of infrared cameras. They're used for thousands of applications, ranging from very sophisticated applications to very simple ones. FLIR infrared cameras are used, for example, to detect faults in electrical installations, to easily find mechanical failures, building defects, and so on. Now FLIR introduces the latest development in infrared technology, the i5 infrared camera. This new ultra-compact handheld camera is the smallest handheld infrared camera around, and it comes with all the necessary features to make quick and efficient inspections. It's been especially developed for everyone who needs to spot problems fast and easily. The new i5 from FLIR, a cool device to spot hotspots everywhere. Camera parts. Let's take a closer look at the new i5. The various camera parts have been designed to offer maximum comfort while operating the camera. The camera is equipped with a high-precision lens, which is protected by a built-in lens cap. The image save trigger is strategically placed to offer optimum efficiency. The connectors and mini SD card are easily accessible. The battery compartment is placed inside the handle, saving space. The hand strap finally ensures safe operation. Keypad buttons. The keypad buttons are clearly marked and placed to offer ease of use and maximum comfort. Push the on-off button to switch the camera on, and push and hold it to turn the camera off. Use the archive button to access the image archive. With the left and right arrow buttons on the navigation pad, you can go in the specific direction in menus, submenus, and dialog boxes, and also navigate in the image archive. The plus and minus buttons on the navigation pad are used to go up and down in menus, submenus, and dialog boxes, and to change numerical values. The left and right selection buttons are context sensitive, and their current function can be seen in the lower left and right corner of the camera display. Menu system. To navigate in the menu system, you use the keypad buttons. Active settings and selections are highlighted in blue. To open the menu or a sub-menu, or to validate a selection, you have to push the left selection button. Pushing the right selection button, if marked Close, allows you to exit the menu without saving changes. In the main menu, 3 sub-menus are available: Color Palette, Measure Object, and Settings. To change the color palette, open the main menu and push the selection button again to open the Color Palette sub-menu. The active selection is marked blue with a black dot in front. Selection of another color scale is easy. Push the plus or minus button and select either the gray color scale or rainbow color scale. Push the left selection button once again, and the color palette is changed to your selection. The Measure Object menu offers you, in the first place, the possibility to easily choose preset object surface properties: matte, semi-matte, semi-glossy, or glossy. Don't forget to confirm your choice by pushing the left selection button. To perform more sophisticated settings, select the Advanced submenu by pushing the left selection button. In this submenu, you have 3 options. A. To set a numerical value for the object's emissivity, select Emissivity. Push the left selection button, use the plus and minus buttons to set the value, and then confirm by pushing the left selection button again. B. To select a given emissivity value for a specific material, select Material. Push the left selection button, use plus and minus buttons to scroll to the desired material, and push the left selection button again to confirm. C. To set the reflected temperature, select Reflected Temperature. Push the left selection button, use plus and minus buttons to set the value, and then confirm by pushing the left selection button again. To return to previous settings, repeat the procedure and make appropriate selections. Please be aware that setting the values of emissivity and reflected temperature is easy in the camera, but determination of the correct values in the field is much more difficult. As correct emissivity and reflected temperature are needed to obtain a correct temperature measurement, we strongly recommend you to attend an ITC training class. The Settings menu in the main menu allows you to change settings such as display intensity, language, time, and so on. Use the keypad buttons and the selection buttons as described previously. Restore Default resets the camera to factory settings. Image Archive. The Archive button allows you to screen your saved images. The latest saved image appears on the screen. To switch between images, use the arrow buttons left and right. To display all the thumbnails, push the plus button. Use the plus or minus button to scroll up or down, and the right or left arrow buttons to scroll left or right. A yellow outline marks the active selected image on the screen. To enlarge the selected image, press the upper right selection button, which is marked Open. To return to the thumbnail view, press the plus button again. In thumbnail view, you can delete one image or all images. Just push the left selection button and the plus or minus buttons to select the appropriate function and confirm. Choosing Close Archive returns to active capturing mode. You can delete a single image also in the enlarged view by pushing the left selection button, which is marked Delete. Push the right selection button to exit the archive mode. How to charge the battery. Before operating the camera, always ensure that the batteries are fully charged. Start by connecting the included supply cable to the socket on the side of the camera. Connect the charger to a mains outlet. Now the battery starts charging. This process takes 4 hours. When the battery is completely charged, the LED indicator turns to green. How to get started. Before getting started, first insert the mini SD memory card into the card slot on the side of the camera. Gently lift the rubber lid and insert the card. Now you can push the on-off button to start the camera. The LCD screen will light up and you're almost ready to go. Don't forget to open the lens cap. Set the camera to auto mode using the right selection button. You are in auto mode if there are no locks on the temperature scale. This mode allows you to capture images in the easiest way possible. Now aim the camera towards the target. Please keep in mind that the close focus limit is 0.6 meters. Any object located further away will be automatically in focus. For spotting hotspots, first point the camera to the selected target and point the crosshairs to the hottest point in the field of view. This appears bright white. Now you may press the right selection button to lock the temperature scale. In this way, you lock the temperature scale to the really interesting temperatures of your target, which allows easy inspection of your object. Repeat this procedure every time you select a new target. If you want to detect cold spots, air leakages, and so on, point the crosshair at the coldest spot. This appears dark blue when using the iron and rainbow palette, and dark grey when using the grey palette. Before capturing the image, make sure that the target covers the spot meter area as shown in the demonstration. Once you're satisfied with your findings, press the Save trigger on the front of the camera to save the image. Next, switch off the camera. You can can upload the images you've just grabbed to any computer using either the mini SD card or the included USB mini cable. If you use the mini SD card, insert it first into a card reader and connect it to your computer. Next, drag and drop the images from your SD card onto your desktop or any designated file. Practical tips and tricks. Users of the i5 should be aware of a few practical points when capturing infrared images. If the camera does not start, push the reset button with a non-conductive tool. This button is located beside the battery connector in the battery compartment. Then push the on-off button again. Surface and emissivity. Objects' appearance, warmer or colder, depends on their temperature, but not only on temperature. Surface properties and the environment also count. Reflections. Another situation that may arise has to do with reflections. This also may result in incorrect readings. To avoid this happening, ensure you avoid reflections on target objects. On metal surfaces, you yourself could well be the main source of reflections. Also, try to avoid direct sunlight on objects you're inspecting. Compensations for correct temperature reading are accessible via the Measure Object menu, where you can set emissivity and reflected temperature as described previously. Visual impression. To optimize your visual impression of the captured infrared images, you have the option to select different color palettes, allowing you to properly evaluate the image. The maximum and minimum temperatures of the displayed image determine automatically the temperature scale. If you want to compare similar objects showing different temperatures, use the lock function so you get the same fixed temperature scale for all images. The lock function can also be used to visually fine-tune the image. Lock the scale when pointing at a scene with the desired minimum and maximum temperatures, and use these settings when you look at your target.
红外线虽然它无法为肉眼所见，但我们却可以将它感知为热量。红外线无处不在，我们周围存在的所有物体都会辐射热量。最简单的例子便是散热器，或者一个盛有热咖啡的杯子。但是冰块同样也会辐射热量。为了使红外辐射为肉眼所见，您需要一台红外热像仪。Flat Systems 是红外热像仪产品在研发和生产方面的全球领先者。红外热像仪的应用种类数以千计，从复杂应用直至简单应用，例如检测电气设备故障、快速发现机械设备故障、诊断建筑情况等。现在 FLIR 最新推出在红外技术方面最具创新的 FLIR i5 红外热像仪。